Hello. Hi. Welcome.
Tick, tick, boom review. Let's get right to it, guys. Action. Take my... What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
And I'm Angela, Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk for Movie Talk fans. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful week, wonderful time, wherever you're at, guys. And once again, stay safe. Let's get right to it, Angela. So we are late to this party, aren't we?
We are, but we've been super busy. It is the holiday season.
It's the cheer season. It
is. So we apologize real late, but better late than never.
Yeah. This is our review of Tick Tick Boom. It's crazy because here's the thing. We got referred to this by Brian. I guess I'll say one of my good friends, Brian. He's a critic here in San Antonio. I'll give him props for it, right? He's all like, oh, you need to watch this. And it's funny because I literally had this on the watch list. But we've been watching other stuff, Succession, Yellowstone, trying to binge watch everything and out as well, do regular movie reviews. So it's like, haven't had a chance. Now we had a chance, opportunity. It was awesome to watch this. And man, Brian, you were right, brother. You were right. I'll admit it. This is a solid, good film, man. I'm so excited to talk about this movie here. Just to give you a plot details, this is actually the actual creator of Rent. Which is crazy, Angela, because you love that musical, don't you?
Love it. I showed that to you.
Yeah, I know. She did. She schooled me on that for sure. This tells the story on the cusp of the 30th birthday of Jonathan, a promising young theater composer, navigates love, friendship, and the pressure of life as an artist in New York City. And it's crazy because it's felt so real.
And it's funny because it resonates with us because we were 29. I'm about to turn 29 tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
On the 15th.
Tomorrow.
So one of his songs is about him being 29, about to turn 30. And it's just him pondering, like, what have I done with my life? Like he has so much like hopes and dreams for himself and his career and what he wants to do. And it's just like, he's like, what have I done so far? I'm running out of time. And that's
I'm old. He's pretty much portraying, he's literally saying throughout the movie, he's just like, I'm old, like I'm ancient already. I need to make something happen.
Which to be fair, he did, unfortunately pass away at 35. Yeah. But I really liked how the style was. I mean, I love Rent, but I didn't know too much about the creator of it, to be honest. I really did. So if you had not told me this guy made Rent, granted, it's not about him making Rent. It's just about his life before. I would have picked up on that because it's very similar style, and I love it. And it's just like that rock and very different. And I absolutely loved it. I wish I could have seen like iterations of this and his other work, but I really enjoyed this going in.
Yeah, so this is the musical that never made it to Broadway.
Never
and Netflix decided to make this movie, right? Andrew Garfield comes in, and I'll be honest. I mean, I did not like him as Spider-Man. I know we're talking about Spider-Man because Spider-Man is coming out this week, so I did not like him as Spider-Man whatsoever. Hate me as much as you want, guys. I'm sorry. But I loved him in The Social Network. He was phenomenal. I thought he was great in The Social Network, okay? With Jesse Eisenberg, Justin Timberlake. That movie was a great drama. We got to see a different kind of drama, how Facebook was made, yada, yada, yada. Anyways.
Never seen it.
Anyways, so coming into this movie, I was all like, holy crap. I did not know Andrew Garfield could freaking sing like that. He comes in this movie of like the first few minutes, and literally you're just like, he's just going into it, and it's freaking phenomenal. I love it. I love seeing, and it's awesome too because it's so beautifully done to where it's music, it's passion, it's everything I want it to be. It's everything what I feel when I play the drums. It's definitely everything I feel whenever it's just in the moment, the musical incline, in that soul moment. It almost compares to that that Pixar film, Soul there a little bit, where he's in the moment and he's actually on the piano there,
he gets lost
and the saxophone. Yeah, you're lost in that significant moment in your life to where it's just connections between music, artists. It's just so beautifully done. And I love that because it connects it so much. So we got co-stars here. Vanessa Hudgens. We got a lot of the Broadway originals in here too.
They made their cameos in there. I see you.
Dude, I recognized. I was like, she looks so familiar. And we're like, oh.
No, I recognize a lot of them, like especially in the Legend scene where they're in the diner singing the brunch song. It was great. I was like, oh. It was great.
Truly a memorabilia right there, just to recognize and just to show, like, it's so beautifully done. It felt like a family of Broadway people coming together and make this movie. That's what in my honest opinion, that's what I thought. Again, I'm not a Broadway expert. I don't review Broadway musicals, but this was definitely a really good one. Andrew Garfield, once again, I said already, comes in with a strong atmosphere to the tone we're going to see in this movie, man. It's so good, done very well, man. Andrew Garfield comes in here I love the way he narrates this movie so much to where, like, it makes me feel like I'm more connected with him, because it's like when I release these reviews, I'm all like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be good? Am I going to edit? Is it going to be edited right? Is the picture's going to come out good? Oh my God, the audio, is it good? Oh my God, is the picture moving with the mouse? It's so beautifully inclined to where, like, creators of such YouTubers, just like yourself out there, if you are a YouTuber as well, just have that back mindset of like, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be great?
I think it really captures like the aspect of anxiety. He goes through through it
1,000%.
He has so much pressure to get this musical that he's been working on for so long, and he wants everyone to love it. This is like his big moment, and he wants it to be perfect. And I love that several scenes leading up to that capture that anxiety. Like you say, he thinks out loud, and it's part of the play. The Tick Tick Boom play is about his failed previous play, Suburbia, but I mean, it never, like I say, it made it off Broadway. It never really, I don't think, made it on Broadway. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I love his style. Like, I feel like they captured it very well. Andrew Garfield, like you say, surprised me not only in singing but also in acting. I have only really ever gotten to see him in Spider-Man. I didn't like it. I don't like him. He's my least favorite Spider-Man. Sorry, not sorry. But I never saw The Social Network. So I was really surprised that he's did a very, very good job in this. This was very surprising to me. He did a very phenomenal job, and I'm glad he changed my mind.
There's so much mixed emotions in here that you really fall in love. That's the one song that I really stuck with me so much. So is "Come to Your Senses," and it was just so beautifully done. It's actually a duet. In the movie, it's a duet. I don't know how it is. I forgot to look it up on the actual soundtrack. On the movie, it's a duet with Vanessa Hudgens
and Alexandra Shipp.
And there you go. Thank you for correcting me. I was all like, the girl from Storm, Alexandra. So their duet is so beautifully done. I love that because once again, Andrew Garfield comes in with his acting chops, and he just comes in and just changes everything. He narrates that song, and it's weird because it's like, you don't expect to hear a narrator during a song number, but in the beginning, it's only the beginning, right? So it's like in the beginning of this movie, he's narrating. He's all like, "Yeah." So Vanessa's saying, well, he doesn't say Vanessa, but Vanessa Hudgens, she sings it, but the one I was picturing was his girlfriend, and that's just it's a very symbolic moment for all three of them. They all have their high musical numbers right there, their high solo points. And I love the duet between those two girls, man. They got some beautiful lungs right there just to I know that's a weird term, but it's like they got beautiful lungs there just to sing their hearts out. And I loved it, man. I love it. I'm for it. The drums in this musical was so beautifully done. I love how loud they were. I love how the beats, it's like just
like a rock music.
Yeah, I loved it. Hey, give me a Rock of Ages. Let me be. I enjoyed this movie. I had fun watching this film. But yeah, Andrew Garfield surprised me so much so. This film alone felt like the truthfulness of artistic feels, and it felt like it.
It is the artistic struggle.
Yeah,
not just the starving artist. No, but it shows, like you say, it captures like him going through trying to find his big break, so much struggling in New York City. And
that's the thing, though. You see him struggle throughout this whole movie, and it's not really a spoiler. And he passes before he gets to see Reds on Broadway, and it's like, dude, like this sucks because it's just a sad story, and it comes to show like this movie, you expect a happy ending, but there's really like a not.
It's really sad, like you say.
It's really not a happy ending, and
I mean, it is, but it isn't because it is because
you remember him by this musical.
Things start to look up in the end of the time period where the movie's shown, which I believe is like 91 when he turns 30. So you see him kind of taking off. He is just starting to get into Rent, and as you mentioned, he never really got to see the final production. I know he had made it and collaborated with it, and then started tweaking it for a few more years, but he never saw the final run before, and he tragically died the night before, and that's really sad to hear. So it is, but I really enjoyed this film.
It's memorance. We're always going to remember him in that, and we're always going to remember because of his artistic feels and because of his music.
So talented.
His composer. All the music he composed there. I mean, it's all him. And I love that because, it's so beautifully done once again. And it's very different, very peculiar, so original that it sticks out on its own. It really does. Besides, whether it's this musical or whether it's Rent, everyone knows Rent. I mean, it's kind of hard to not have anybody that's
classic.
Yeah, it's very hard to find someone that hasn't at least heard of Rent.
I mean, it ran on Broadway for like 12 years.
I mean, dude, exactly. That's I'm just saying. Tony and it won Tony Awards. It just, come on. But yeah, ratings. Let's go to Angela. Let's go to ratings. What do you think we can give this?
I will give it an 8 because it made me cry, it made me laugh, it made me experience a whole slew of emotions. It did its job, and it told a story of a very talented young man, and I really enjoyed it.
Definitely, I'm gonna have to do an 8.5 because of that emotional roller coaster I felt in that song, Come to Your Senses. Definitely a different kind of take there. Definitely a different emotional feeling when, especially someone like myself or any musician out there that plays music. It's just, you really feel in tune with this story and with this, and really with these artists and all these different musicians here. Because again, it kind of takes you into an emotional roller coaster, and you really get lost in it in a great way. And it's just, once again, Andrew Garfield just completes this as a whole, crushes it. And really, it's just, he goes from like a split second, he starts crying. He just cries on the camera. It's insane.
Going into this,
I
knew he was a star. I wasn't too fond of him, but he's changed my mind. I think he's a great actor now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what, more to come of him. But he really changed my mind on how I perceived him.
And I loved him in Social Network, so that's really good to see. And I knew he could do drama, I really did. It's just as a Spider-Man, it wasn't a solid pick for me. But again, that's just my preference, just my personal opinion there. But
sorry, not sorry.
This movie was the film that we deserved. I'm gonna guarantee, yes, this is definitely it. The plot stayed on course. Now let's talk about negative stuff. So that's my only issue. So it stayed on course to a certain degree. And it did feel like, this is directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is, we all know this guy, Hamilton, In the Heights. I mean, come on. But as a director, okay, at certain points in this movie, I did feel like it kind of got a little, I guess I don't want to say overwhelmed. I just want to say it got a little, felt like it was misdirected. It felt like, it just felt like it was a little catastrophe a little bit. But then it got back on track again. And it was just, again, just my personal opinion there. This wasn't the best well-directed movie, I would say. I would say, out of the cons out of this. But besides all that, it just, everything else is positive. That was my only concern in this movie, was that I kind of felt lost away because we kind of, the plot kind of twists around to another character, and then you tell that character story, and then it kind of loses track of other characters. Because I'm not going to mention it, I'm not going to spoil it. It's on Netflix right now, so be sure to check it out, guys. But yeah, I'll say that. I know you're going to probably disagree with me.
I do.
Okay.
I think it was a great job directing. I don't feel like I got lost or misdirected. So you're on your own with that one.
Okay.
But,
all right. Sounds good to me.
But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I stick by my rating, 8.
I'm going to give it an 8. And see, look, my negative, I still give it a higher rating than you.
Yep.
8.5. See, there you go. That's the beauty of movies, guys.
I'm saving like the 9s and 10s for like movies that I'll like immediately play afterwards and for the rest of my life. Like on repeat. I didn't give that one a 9, did I?
I don't remember. We have to go back.
I don't think so.
All right,
Very few movies are like that.
Yeah, there you go. And be sure to check us out as well, guys, for our Spider-Man review coming out later this week. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. And hit that subscribe button. Listen to us on our podcast form as well on Alamo City Movie Talk. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady, and
this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Check y'all later, Movie Talk fans. And put on comments down below. Did you watch this movie opening weekend, or did you watch it opening night, I guess?
Did you hate it?
On Netflix? Did
you love it as more than we did? Or you're like, you're crazy?
Or were you annoyed at the music? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. We love to talk movies. Thank you.